We're here in Barcelona with Anderson Reggio, performance analyst from American Magic team, challenger for the 37th America's Cup. Anderson, today we had both boats back in the water. South-south is the light winds with the suitable symmetric sea. You were on the chase boat. What was your specific focus on today?
Today we were hoping to get in some good quality racing in light airs between our two boats. Unfortunately, the best breeze that we could find was a little further offshore than where depth allowed us to put our buoys. So we went further offshore and focused on some light air maneuver practice and some light air transitional moding practice between the two boats. In a couple organized lineups, normal light air sailing challenges, trying to keep two boats close together. You saw we had to do a few tow ups between the two boats, so we often got a little far apart from one another, but ticked what we could for the boxes today in some pretty light conditions.
When speaking about performance, are you experimenting any kind of delay, or you're happy where you are right now at this moment of the project?
No, pretty happy with where we are. I mean, we've made a transition here to a bit more racing focus with our two-boat program, and making sure that the two boats are set up evenly and allowing the guys to get into some good quality racing here, and that's what we've been doing, and it's been working really well so far. We're pretty happy.
What factors are you checking when evaluating the performance delay?
The performance between the two boats?
The performance from your team on the project, when you're comparing it to...
Yeah, I mean, we're always taking the performance numbers and comparing them against our predictive tools to make sure that those tools are validated and making sure that we're hitting our optimums and improving upon our optimums as our learning continues. It's all a big feedback loop, which has been quite positive.
When you're speaking about these tools, are you using any kind of IA to evaluate performance?
I think everybody's looking into that sort of technology. I mean, it's out there now, and everybody's got to be using it in some capacity. Yeah.
Then about scaling, do you think all the training that you're doing with the AC40s in the starts, do you find any way to scale this training to the AC75?
That's always a big question. Everything relative to the scaling of this boat to the big boat is always a big question mark. You can do some of it. We can see what we see in our simulation tools and what we've got for data on the 75 and scale that down. We can see the data here and try to scale that up and compare those two against one another. There's definitely some lessons that are great out of it, and some that for sure could lead you down some bad rabbit holes if you're not very careful. Yeah.
And then, as the AC40 has a quite small radius when turning compared to the AC75.
Yeah.
Can you maybe playing with that radius or limiting the radius from the AC40? Can you get approximated to the?
Yeah, you're onto something there. I mean, it's definitely a consideration that we've talked about is, how much do we want to limit the 40s so that they are closer in mimicking the 75 versus just making sure that the 40s are even and are even in their potential to make our guys as race ready as possible. It's always a trade-off. Yeah.
Okay, Anderson, thank you so much for your time.
Yeah, no problem.